Season finale of Final Fantasy VII. Oh, episode 31 too. Gosh, I mentioned that. I don't know what was going to because this is beyond the point where I know anything about the plot other than how it ends with Holy and the live stream, mostly because I watched Advent Children and it kind of explained the ending. Everything up until that ending, I know there's more fights at Sephiroth. I thought they might have made this the season finale, or sorry, the series finale, not the season, but no, this is just the season finale. What the hell are they planning to do with the series finale? Would they actually bring in Dirge of Cerberus and Advent Children?
We can't.
I mean, if they really want to go all out, they could probably do Crisis Core as a prequel. I hope they do, because I just want more, and this would be awesome. I would be excited for it. Would they do it? Probably not Advent Children, because that would be a much harder thing to abridge, and Sony. Enough said. But I'm just really looking forward to seeing what they do, because it's a season finale from Team 4-Star. No matter what they do, it's always really good. And I'm excited. So you guys know the deal. Link below, original video. You've already hit up? Great. It's the Star News. I'm excited. Yeah. The sister. They just call it the sister?
The name for the newly moved Junon.
No.
Scarlet. It shows that sense of diversity and inclusiveness which I'm foster here at Shepard.
Really?
Attention, they may be so.
Oh yeah, that's Reeve.
Really think that hooking up the sister ray to a Mako reactor is safe.
Now's not the time to worry about safe, Reeve. Now is the time for action. Nod your head if you...
Oh, he was looking away from the camera so he didn't see the mouth.
It's like that much Mako energy at once. That can't be good for the place.
His mouth moving when everyone else's are.
Mr. President, under your leadership, you will bring Shepard to a new...
They can hear you.
Where the people of not just... but the whole world will look at us as a hero.
No, they won't.
Stop us.
Your own stupidity.
Probably something that could stop us.
Yeah, that would do it. Good call, Reeve. Also, it's so weird to see him just not okay. Also, seriously, I know it is. His mouth isn't moving, but everyone else's are. It's Team Fortress. They definitely intended that, or I'm just missing it together.
The weapon! It's heading straight for Midgar! Midgar? But that's where my man is! We gotta stop it!
Still?
Barry, I got a plan.
What is it? What?
You!
Seriously?
Looks like we got no choice, guys.
No, let's be honest, we all probably did that.
Shit out of it.
Well, I would, but I never made this hard.
We gotta do something.
They really... No.
I don't think this is gonna work.
No.
Sir, weapon is in position. We can fire on your order. Listen, no, realize that. What I'm trying to do, we're not better all at the same time.
No. It knows better. Oh god, the ghost! Well, I mean, technically he is better than him, just because...
And I am willing to utterly and
Low bar.
destroy my enemies. No matter what.
And he just quoted his dad by saying the omelet thing. But also, it's a variation. That's still from school. Ooh. Almost looks like a Guyver thing, how they projected it. Headshot. Well, technically chest shot, but we'll ignore that. What did they just hit?
Weapon's been destroyed and the northern crater barrier is gone.
Looks like breakfast has been served.
Northern Barrier
I
Crater?
don't know what you're talking about, sir. Sir, there's a massive amount of energy headed towards Midgar.
What?
Did it circle around?
At least you
Oh, because it still shot them, yeah. He survived somehow.
Yeah, as long as you consider
Also,
Advent Children
really
canon.
impressive for the weapon to have that great aim.
Something's wrong. Weapons were got our Citronet Tower. Whole city's in chaos, and I can't even sense the grammar. Forget about
Sister.
that. Something's wrong with
Shinra
the system.
drama, oh
Hey, whoever's operating
Oh,
this
now his mouth is moving.
Hojo? Hojo, what the hell are you doing? Marco energy. Send around the virus. Marco energy. Hojo, you can't fire the sister ray again. If you do, it'll overload and destroy Midgar.
yeah. He's usually fine with that.
Small price to pay to see the fruits of my research.
Why is he not dead yet?
Midgar. Irrelevant. Bye. Hojo? Hojo! What's going on? This is bad. Really, really bad. Hojo's taking over the cannon, and if he fires it again, it's gonna blow up and destroy all of Midgar. And Heidegger and Scarlet aren't doing anything. Wait, you're with them right now?
You didn't know?
Looks like the jig is up, Mr. Shinra Smile. You just gave up your identity. Palmer!
He's dead, bro.
And dumbass receptionist, we met that one.
He doesn't even know who he is.
Her executed as well. At last, with the Shinra bloodline gone, I, Scarlet J. Justice, shall reign
No, you won't.
supreme as the new Baroness of the Sister Corporation.
Let's get the Citronet fixed so we can wrench that dog. Nobody says that.
Wrench a dog? What the hell?
I don't think so. Guards, enjoy Hojo's dungeon trader. Heidegger, prepare the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, honestly, that's,
You were not deserving of them, Maya.
It's not over yet, Kate.
does he have a mustache or is his mouth always just going?
Hojo once and for all.
Kate, you
I can't
know
tell.
that's the top of the sister ray, right?
Like the palms of my hand. I like it except things that the cloud.
Log is terrifying, I love it.
For years I've dreamed of the torment that I will induce to I shall make him suffer for what he has done.
Oh yeah,
Lacerate his
Vincent's here.
veins, butcher his body, and feast on his entrails.
His voice is getting deeper as he speaks, isn't it?
Than a husk for my spider children.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had spiders living inside of you.
Yeah, I was trying to forget that too.
I don't know. I mean, you're good, but all you really got is you and Kate, the gun, the car that you left while they were recruits. You know what? Yeah, you're good with us.
Hey, so I've been vomiting this whole time.
I love how he convinced himself.
Well, Midgar's in trouble and Shinra's gone in martial law, meaning all the ways of getting in are impossible.
Except
He's shouting out soldier again. You did not think this through! Oh, they should have backpacks. Soldier style.
no way to get to the sister ray.
It actually said soldier style.
Hey, do you know where everyone else is?
That's definitely gonna be a shirt. Right into the wheat field! And none of them hit the... Oh yeah, Marlene was there! Surprisingly sober. Shit, it's a giant robot. The Ojo laugh. I forgot she did that.
If it isn't the leader of Shinra's most wanted, a walking cadaver, and a talking cat person who we don't know. Behold, my...
Yes, you do not know him.
Doesn't
To
it
be
look
fair, they wouldn't know him anyways because they ignore Reed that much.
Third and fourth quarter was wasted.
Now, unless you want to be crushed under my feet, I suggest you move out of the way and let us deal with Hojo.
After all the effort it took for us to coordinate that sick drop-in, not gonna happen.
Very well. We'll
Also, you'd fuck it up.
You, Hojo,
You'd pull a
and
cloud.
that traitor Reed. And once all our enemies are gone, my new age of dominance shall begin.
No.
Taxes for the poor, create budget cuts to necessary public sectors, allow Moogle tail trading, and make every second Thursday of the month half-price Chocobo Wing Day!
That was my idea. Every one of those laws are incredibly detrimental.
That last one sounds pretty good though.
You can't do that to the people.
Of course we can, Cat. Here,
Wait, just made up by people.
More than a decade ago, we set out to improve the future of mobility.
That challenge became our mission at Waymo, to design.
Fucking yourself.
Proud Claude sent robot. Hilarious.
Really?
now feel destructive power.
He's gonna miss and blow up, isn't it? He doesn't know how to do it. Yeah.
Need to be stopped. I just how to do it.
Go to what?
I'm in.
What?
Hey there,
Is he hacking it?
Call me a racist and lovable T-Bog. I've got news for you. My name's not Kate Sid. Tuesday. Kate Sid is just a robot doll that I made up to hide my identity. And Bog is my internalized guilt and depression that gets filtered out through sassy one-liners.
Oh, so that's him speaking for it as well.
God,
I thought it was actually a thing.
us in Sector 4, rep lunch at the Alpha Falafel, and a graduate of Midgar U, go fight Moogles. I worked for shit. I thought that I would help.
So this is how Reed rose to power afterward.
It was just another cog in their machine of oppression.
Brandon.
Keep the people
Calendar?
of Midgar down while they build out.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, MHQ, isn't that it?
Not just
Oh,
Midgar,
cathedral.
but the entire
Or the
world.
church.
It's time to rise up, band together, and stop Shinra once and for all.
Dude.
Because Shinra isn't Midgar. We are Midgar.
Reed is doing the awesome bit of making everyone work.
Midgar.
We are Midgar!
We are Midgar.
We are Midgar!
Yeah, we're friggin' Midgar. Midgar is on a Giuseppe's accordingly.
I have no idea what he just said.
We sell drugs.
He's so drugs, that guy again. Is that noted?
Feel it. The power of the city. It courses through my veins. Take this. The power of Midgar. You throw dice. It's a very damaging attack. Yeah, if you step on it.
To be fair, that does kind of hurt a ton.
Heidegger, press the button so these peasants can feel the power of the Baroness of...
He's gonna self-destruct. Calling it now.
Yep.
That voice. Oh, he actually did! Button.
Well,
You fucked
looks
up.
like your new global government is really starting off with a big.
Not saying I want to make the same joke, but
Your name's Cloud from Nebel.
As much as it pains me to admit this, you are right. Not of all the Sephiroth clones I intended to create, you are the
Huh?
other soldier.
past that.
Sephiroth's genetics to create clones.
That's not how clones work.
You were smart.
You said that I was a failure. Why?
Simple.
You didn't listen to him?
Take advantage of your low self-esteem.
That works.
Dick. Regardless, everything has gone according to plan.
Like, you have a plan.
All thanks to Professor Gast and that subhumanoid lover of his, Ifalna.
That's Aerith's mom.
Forgot about that part.
Truck my experiment. So in return, I took their research, their daughter, and their lives.
Ah, missed that part.
This will not be in vain. Listen, my son's desire. I am his father.
Well, he definitely
Yeah, that's accurate.
That means you.
Yeah. And it was the first step. I never should
Oh, yeah, that's how Vincent used to look. It's so weird. Was that a gun?
You stopped.
That's right.
Why is he air pumping?
I'm going to end this.
Are you serious? How the hell are you gonna stop us?
Because I injected myself with Genova, sir.
Yeah, that never goes well.
Now behold my true power.
Or they make their own monster version. Oh, God.
You look like vomit with teeth. What?
Yeah, that's accurate.
Do you tell?
It's what I've always wanted.
Does it look like vomit with teeth?
You've become your demise.
Okay, damn, that was a cool line.
I'm holy kidding.
Oh, yeah, he never saw that, did he?
I bet he's gonna do something awesome. Well, that was kinda lame.
Yeah, transformation, Vincent, really cool. Everything else. Dirge of Cerberus, I think, actually did him better.
Good.
I like Dirge, I know a lot of people didn't. Oh, that is actually creepier. Just having him move around.
The nightmare is over.
Well,
Miss Shinra. Yeah. There's just one thing left to do.
only one?
In a few days, meteor will strike your planet.
Also, Shinra's not over. Again, Advent Children.
He's the planet's virus. We're the cure. Lots of ups.
Oh, God, Pop Sisters.
Happy
Drugs.
times. I was doing it for myself. I fight for something more. And I know you do. And the lives, the people that matter. Redemption. At the end of the day, the thing we're fighting for is our planet's future.
Oh, don't make the joke, Vincent. Don't make that a joke.
Calm down. Just say the word.
Cloud, you dumb stuff if you think we're leaving you behind.
Yeah, bro. You have all the fun.
Grandpa was barfing at me going to Cloud, so I'll go too.
All of Hojo's abominations must be destroyed.
I love the music they use in the background. Oh, God, so that's his depression, so he's actually saying it. I thought it was actually a monster at first.
Care for his life.
Sid is awesome.
You even got an ass.
All right.
Nope.
How about we take some
Also, that's probably the
time,
coolest
finish up
line she's
any
had in a
side
while.
quests, resolve any unrelated issues, and pick up any sweet-ass items last weapons before this all comes to an end.
And now comes the true ending of every Final Fantasy game. Grinding.
Final Fantasy.
Accurate response. I don't think they've ever name dropped in a Final Fantasy game either, have they? Huh. I don't think they ever have. Here's the sad one. Really? True Cloud working all the tomatoes. Okay, I know this is supposed to be the season finale, but it doesn't feel like a season finale. It feels like the episode right before the series finale. And honestly, the next season, season 5, is literally one episode that's just... No, there's actually one episode of breaking like 5 or 10 parts. Kind of like what they did for the other series. Yeah. But it feels like the lead into something really awesome. Especially that ending where, like, Cloud is getting, you know, the biggest fun fantasy. And yes, the tomatoes were worth it. And necessary. But honestly, out of all the parts of the Mega Marley was out of the city, was surprisingly safe, and sane enough to recognize her dad, considering Aerith's adopted mom is light as a kite is a medical term. I think the best part actually was right at the end, after all the dialogue was done, and just replacing the save file. Because of what that symbolizes. It's not just that it's a fun picture and it shows replacing the save file you're moving on to, which is what it is, but it's letting go of everything that this entire season seemed to be. Overcoming residual issues and fighting through a lot of the pain that was holding them back. Which is, now that I think about, every single episode was kind of resolving around that in some way. Even the last episodes, like, they were good. They all had some kind of residual issue to fight through. Barrett got his a lot earlier, but everyone else had a few things they had to work through. Cloud, Tifa, Sid, Yuffie already had hers previously, so it's sort of her. And technically Red, but most of the issues are wrapped up. And this was the Vincent wrap-up episode. Next.
Way closer than I thought I would be.
How's the holiday party planning going? Oh, I am so stressed. Tell me about it. Sometimes I just need to light some candles. We're givers, Kim. Exactly. If you're not there for yourself, how can you be there for your family, right? Right, Kim?
I've been traveling a lot lately, and it's been really dope. And I know I've done a couple travel-related videos already, but when you talk about your life, and all that's been going on in your life is travel stuff, then, sorry, but that's just what's on the menu right now. I'm like a fine dining, fancy video-making chef. I only serve what's ripe and in season. Quality stuff. Only the finest. Just for you. With that being said, so I peed on my wallet. I was visiting my friends in the UK for New Year's, and we were spending the weekend in London to do some fun stuff together. During the day, we did a bunch of fun touristy stuff, like the London Dungeon, Shrek's Adventure, rode in a helicopter. Alright, that's a lie. Shrek's Adventure wasn't that fun. We were in line for like an hour, and the actual thing was more childish than we thought. It didn't even fly out the window like in that one video. Anyway, we were back in the hotel about to go out and get dinner when I realized my wallet wasn't in my pocket. I thought I left it in my backpack or something, but a quick rummage around confirmed that, guys, I have indeed lost my wallet. They were understandably freaked out. Like, out of all the things you can lose in a foreign country, a wallet is pretty up there on the not good chart. It could have fallen out of my pocket at any point of the day, and we'd literally been all over London. Here's the thing, I don't like bags or purses because I think they're too much of a hassle to carry around, and I don't like the feeling of minor inconveniences because I'm a baby. So a couple months ago, I got a new slim wallet that can fit in my tiny woman jean pockets. That was super great, but I realized pretty early on that it slips out of my back pocket really easily when I sit down and stand up because of the aforementioned tiny woman jean pockets. But for some reason, I still think drastically increasing the risk of losing all my credit cards and identity is still less convenient than carrying a bag. Either way, what I'm trying to get at is that all day I was constantly checking my wallet was in my pocket because I knew it can fall out easily and get lost. And I was doing a great job. Until it fell out and got lost. My friends were more freaked out than I was. I think my brain's at a point where it's tired of using extra energy to be overly anxious because of the dumb crap I pull, so I was pretty calm. Or maybe I'm incapable of feeling anything anymore. I retraced my steps in my head and concluded that I most likely lost it at Shrek's Adventure. I remember having it at breakfast and in the helicopter, but maybe not in Shrek's Swamp. My friend sent an email to Shrek's Adventure because for some reason they don't take calls, and we were gonna have to wait until the next day to hear back from them because they were closed by then. Backup plan was that if it wasn't there and I didn't find it before then, I'd just have to cancel my cards and get new ones. And I wouldn't be able to leave the country. So we headed out for dinner. It was really nice, especially since I didn't have to pay, and got back to the hotel a few hours later. The stress about losing the wallet was pretty died down because there wasn't much we can do other than wait for Shrek to contact us. We turned on a movie and I went into the bathroom, and when I lifted up the seat, what the fuck? Guys, oh my god. The wallet was in the toilet the whole time. At first it was like, what the heck happened? How did my wallet get in the frickin' toilet? But after a little bit of thinking, with all the puzzle pieces, I think I know exactly what happened. Right before we were going to dinner, I went to the bathroom, and while I was preparing to use the bathroom, my wallet must have fallen out and into the toilet. And I didn't notice because I don't check the toilet after I use it. Maybe you're supposed to? I don't know. I don't know what's normal. Nothing's normal about this situation. So after I leave, that's when I realize my wallet's gone, and when looking around the room, obviously my mind doesn't go to checking the toilet. So we emailed Shrek. Shrek, you're never gonna believe where we found it. But nope, it was sitting right here in the toilet. I actually was good at keeping track of my things. I didn't lose it at Shrek. Here it is. I totally peed on it. And that's how I peed on my wallet. No, I didn't get a new one. I still have it. I don't know. I mean, it's a good wallet. I still like it. It just had pee on it. So that's that story. Going back in time a bit when I landed in the UK, pre-pee wallet, PP for short. I was waiting in line to get through customs when this guy bumps me from behind. I was standing still and the line wasn't moving, so it was kind of weird that happened, but he was immediately like, oh man, sorry about that. So I told him it was alright. He bumped me in a way that he ended up being in front of me because, well, you were in line first, and then gestured that I was in my spot, and I was like, oh, thanks, and stepped forward. But he didn't step back, so now we were standing next to each other, which felt weird. Then he started trying to make some small talk. What's your name? Jaden. Nice. So what brings you to the UK? Oh, just visiting friends. Oh, that's actually really nice of you. I didn't expect such generosity since all girls are selfish. Run that by me again? Excuse me? The two guys in front of us kind of glanced back like, ooh, that was a bit of a yikes. I mean, I'm no conversational genius, but no matter what you believe, I think that's a bit too strong of an opener right there. Oh, well, I mean, not all of them are. No, they are. You can just say that because you're a girl. Well, I guess I have nothing else to say, really. I gave him a nervous laugh and left it at that. Man, no one here has a UK passport. Alright, my dude, I'm getting the hint you want to chit-chat more, but you're all over the place with this conversation here. When you open with, all girls are selfish, that's a pretty isolating stance to take at a girl. I don't think you've got enough social skill points to bring this one back, man. Also, yeah, this is the non-UK passport line. They did that on purpose, you goober. I said that to him. I was like, yeah, this is the non-UK passport line. And he just goes, oh yeah, they did do that. And then fist bumps me again. I'm feeling really uncomfortable at this point. I thought it was weird he bumped me when the line wasn't moving. I thought it was weird he manipulated the situation so I'd stand next to him. I thought it was weird he hates women. Also, stop fist bumping me. I didn't feel unsafe or anything because, I mean, customs at the airport is probably one of the safest and most security guarded places you can be in, and there were plenty of people around. But he's still a tall, scraggy weirdo in a hoodie with crazy in his eyes. It got quiet again because I wasn't really trying my hardest to keep up a conversation, and after a while... So many people have iPhones, what's the deal with that? Yeah, it's a pretty big brand. Do you have an Android or something? Nah, I'm not a materialistic kind of guy. Oh, okay. Judging by that response, I was like, I guess he doesn't have a phone then. Not a minute passes and he takes out his, like, Google or Windows phone or something. Soulja Boy phone. Dude, what? Who are you? What is going on? Why are you so weird? You're like the airport customs line little bastard. Answer me these questions 3 and you may reclaim the spot taken by me. So what's the deal with women phones and minorities? And then he started going off on asking about my friends. What are your friends like? Have you even known them for a long time? I bet they don't visit you. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the line. It's like he was jealous of my friends that they were friends with me, but also like, I thought you hated girls, which is what I am. You do know I'm a girl, right? Does this guy know what a girl is? Finally, when it was my turn to go up, he was like, well, it was nice meeting you, Jaden. You're pretty nice. Yeah, thanks. Also, stop fist bumping me. And also a nerd. Hey, right, that was super decorate. Anyway, I hope I never see you again. I didn't actually say out loud to him that I never wanted to see him again, but I thunk it. Also, I have some things to tell you about. Besides the fact I have sound very lispy, James, me, Domix, Ross, and Aaron are going on tour with our Scribble Showdown show. We did our first tester show in April, and it was so much fun, and we laughed and had such a great time during it, and it was really well received, so we were like, yes, we want to do more in other places. It'll be October 1st through the 9th, and we're going to Boston, Brooklyn, Austin, San Francisco, Seattle, and Portland. You can get tickets and more details in the description. I'm also going to VidCon. Oh, and we're also doing a Scribble Showdown during VidCon 2 on July 13th, so I hope to see some of you there. And lastly, I'm going to Summer in the City in London in August. It's a bunch of stuff, and it's gonna be a lot, but also a lot of fun. Alright, I think that's all for now. My laundry machine is running right now, so I don't know if you can hear that. I'm trying to shrink some shirts in for men, but I thought they looked cool, so I bought them for me. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Dad promised, but now they have to move again. All because of his job. Maybe Dad will keep his promise.
I made some new merch designs. Do you like them? I don't know, I think they're pretty cool. Link in bio. Hey friends who live in Canada, what do you think of Canada?
What do I think of Canada? Let's see. Well, when the snow melts, you get to witness the minefield of dog food that people didn't put up. It's cold, but I like the cold because you can keep layering until you're warm. But in the heat, you can only get so naked, and then you just have a sunburn on your butt.
Every summer I leave Arizona to visit my family in Canada because we like seeing them, and they're really great. And yeah, we also don't like to live in a volcano. We normally have a non-stop flight, but this one particular trip we decided to do a layover to save some money. I think it was July 2012, so I was like 14. A couple days before our flight, my mom realized that my brother Jack and my passports were expired. Well, this is either gonna go over well, or it isn't. Oh, it was so much worse. We got to the flight check-in and they said, hey, these passports are expired. Obviously. But it was only by a little bit, so the guy was nice and said, okay, I'm gonna let you all through and inform your layover about what's happening. But get those renewed soon. So we were like, yay, crisis averted. But wait, there's still 95% of the video left. That's because we were wrong. We landed in Minneapolis and the people said, hey, these passports are expired. Obviously. Oh, yeah, we're sorry about that. The man at the Phoenix airport let us off with a warning and said he contacted you about everything, and... well, crap. I think we're actually stuck in Minneapolis. I guess this is our new home now. Get used to it, kids. So it was my scared mom and her 2 expired children stranded in this obscure city. We went to a pharmacy, which for some reason also takes passport photos, but we had to wait until the passport place opened the next morning. Mom was having an aneurysm panic attack, but didn't want us to worry, so she was like, hey kiddos, time for an adventure. Adventure time! She took us to the Mall of America, which is the biggest, craziest mall in America with 4 floors of shops, entertainment, a mirror maze, bowling, roller coasters, aquarium. I've never seen anything like it. There were so many things to do. How could we choose what to do first? Roller coasters in a mall? 4 floors? A kid's paradise? People get married in that mall. We ate at the food court for 20 minutes and left because it was closing for the night. We found a hotel and slept in our clothes, even though we had our luggage. I remember on the light rail I said to Mom, you know, I really like it here. Like the oblivious child I was, not knowing the weight of the actual circumstances.
Obliterated me on her own. I don't know why I failed that one. Because I'm not playing Bloodborne, I suppose.
Having a grand old time listening to a High School Musical playlist on an iPod and playing with my stuffed animals. I freaking love stuffed animals. As a kid, I couldn't sleep without them. My favorites were Raoul the mouse and Ringo the raccoon. I've had them for years. Anyway, luckily, Minneapolis is one of the few places that has one-day turnaround for passports for the cost of an arm, a leg, and your entire savings. So in the morning, we had to check out of the hotel, run to the passport place, and make it to the airport in time for our new flight. It was gonna be a tight schedule, but it was doable. We were on our way to get the passports when in the middle of transit I realized, Mom, I forgot my stuffed animals in the hotel. But no, it's alright. I don't need them. It's okay, really. It's not a big deal. I left Raoul and Ringo in the hotel, and Mom was already having a mental stress breakdown, and I was not at all wanting to contribute to any more of that, but Mom, being the kick-butt awesome parent she is, defeatedly pulled out her phone. Hello, yes, we just checked out this morning. Would you check room 421 to see if there's 2 stuffed animals in there? Ma'am, there's someone currently occupying that room, and that was super weird to hear because we literally just left the hotel. How did someone already fill up the room? Turns out we just called the wrong hotel, so we got transferred to the right one, and they said they'd hold them for us to quickly pick up. So now the schedule was arrive at the passport place right as it opens at 8 a.m., get passports, run back to the hotel to grab Raoul and Ringo, rush to the airport before our 1 p.m. flight, and I'd also like to point out that the last shuttle to the airport leaves at 12 p.m., so if we miss that shuttle, we're screwed. Remember, things were different back in the days of 2012 BU. Before Uber. Back then, the idea of paying to jump in a car with an unlicensed stranger wasn't very popular. At the passport place, we walked up to the desk, and the first thing they said was, "So both parents are present, correct?" Actually, he's 1,655 miles away. No. There was a solution. We could get in contact with Dad, send him a form to fill out, get it notarized, legalized by a notary, which means a person licensed by the government proves it, which, okay, we don't have time for this. We have to prove the paper is legal, but there's a problem to that solution. It's 8 a.m. in Minneapolis, but 6 a.m. in Arizona, which means notarizing places aren't open. Now, my mom knows a lot of people, and one of her best friends is actually an accountant, which means she can get it notarized when she goes into work and get it sent back super quickly. Which, what are the odds of that? Mom, we should buy a lottery ticket if we actually get to Canada. So quick! Woke Dad, got the form filled, called the friend, did the thing, got the thing back, and somehow everything was accepted and we weren't expired children anymore. And off we were running down the city to get back to the hotel to grab Raoul and Ringo. Okay, I'm gonna insert a tiny story detail. We left our luggage at the hotel so we wouldn't have to be dragging it everywhere, which means we would have had to get back to the hotel anyway, but it's much more intense to think that dragging the stuffed animals was an expedition we didn't have time for, so shh, we're gonna continue. We were sprinting to catch the light rail. Jax and I were running ahead, and for some reason Mom's knee started hurting and she started slowing down. Are you okay? And she was just like, go, I'll catch up, just get to the train, go without me! We made it. We sonicked into the hotel, grabbed Raoul and Ringo, walked through the back door, shut the door and left, and finally fell into the airport. Sitting at our gate, waiting for the plane to swoop us off to Canada Land with their moose and their poutine and Niagara Falls.
Well, technically, Niagara Falls is made up of 3 different waterfalls in the U.S. actually has. But I guess Horseshoe Falls is the biggest and most popular, so...
Mom suddenly realized that she forgot my dad's letter at the passport, showing that both parents consent to us, innocent, helpless, pathetic children, crossing the border. In the past, security always asks us to show that consent papers, so Mom couldn't even have a relaxing plane ride being stressed out of her mind that we would land, and still couldn't pass the border. After all that, she didn't tell us she was worried because she was already doing a frickin' dang good job of hiding the weight of what was going on, so she held it in the entire flight. But she told us afterwards and we gave her a slow clap. She deserved more, but we were kids.
That's all we had.
We approached the security booth, gave them our shiny new passports. They looked at my mom, my brother, and me. Have a fun time in Canada. They didn't ask that time! My mom, every time she tells this story, always says, they always ask. They always ask. They didn't ask this time. How the frick even? They always ask! And that was that. We got to Canada. That's it.
Wow, that was a lot of effort to come here. Yeah, I mean, Canada's alright, but you guys have that Mall of America. Okay, yeah, sure, cool. But I mean, we have West Edmonton Mall, which has an indoor water park and a theme park. Wait, really? That exists? Well, I guess that automatically puts us on top then. We were always on top, Tom. We are America's hat.
Woo, yeah, Canada. I had to ask my mom the timeline of events during the whole thing because I was young and don't remember anything but eating in Mall of America and forgetting my stuffed animals. Big thanks to Domix and Ginger Trail for being Canadian and lines. They're great buds. This is hopefully the last time I mention this in an end card, but I'm still interested in finding other animators. I talked about it in the Apples video, but this is the last time I'm bringing it up, I promise. I'm still looking for animators to help me see more animated. The videos I did in the past on my own are pretty boring, and I want to be able to have more quality animation in videos without taking 6 months to finish something. I know people are against me asking for help on videos because my channel has that homemade, it's just a normal person doing YouTube for fun feeling. I'm not professional at anything, but a normal person can't make 6-minute fully animated videos every couple of weeks on their own. Some people might prefer 1 or 2 videos a year that are done only by me, and I get that, but I like posting videos more frequently, not only because it helps the channel and me stay alive, but a lot of people enjoy more videos, and I'm able to support really talented animators I'm working with. That's my take on the situation, and you don't have to agree with me at all. I'm really trying my best to think of you and me and everyone. Okay, thanks. Send a portfolio to jadenanimattionsanimator@gmail.com if you're interested. Info in the description. Have a good rest of your week, and here's Ginger Pale being Canadian.
Maple syrup, a healthcare poutine.
Where's Shane going? Oh, yeah.
Seen it? Covered it.
Shit.
It's that time of year again. Cold. And I already know what you're gonna say. Jaden, you live in Arizona. You don't get to complain about the cold. And you're right. People in the rest of the country are trying to shovel the snow off their car and get to work without slipping off the road. Well, all we have to do is put on a jacket and not turn on the AC. The hottest setting in the shower is clearly not warm enough anymore. That's probably the most inconvenient part of the journey. So I'd say bravo and tip of the hat to all you snow penguins out there who have to bundle up like that little brother in A Christmas Story just to go out and get your mail. But just so you know, this only works if you don't complain about your summers, alright? Deal. So growing up in Arizona means I haven't really experienced winter, or any season for that matter. Everything's hot, and then everything dies. That's our seasons. I always wanted to be in a place where all the people before they die. So anyway, our winter is based more on the holiday season. Personally, my family celebrates Christmas, so instead of thinking of winter as being snowy and all that jazz, I think of it as Christmas trees and pretty lights and really good smelling candles. Like really good smelling candles. I love candles. I like to go into shops like Yankee Candles or Bath & Body Works or any type of candle store just to smell all the candles. And the titles are so sweet sounding too, like warm vanilla sugar and maple cinnamon pancake and 1,000 wishes. I don't even know what 1,000 wishes would smell like, but man, does it get me in the jingle mood. Off topic, some titles aren't good. Like one time I went into the shop and they had a candle called Mantown. Like, dude, that doesn't seem like the type of smell that people would want in a candle. I'm just so stuck between Magical Frosted Forest and Mantown. And also, bacon. Bacon? Come on, candles are supposed to make a room smell good and fresh, not like greasy pig flesh. Ugh! By the way, I did smell them and was not pleasantly surprised. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. We're moving on. So if I wanted to have a genuine white Christmassy winter experience, I have to travel someplace other than where I live. And luckily, I have family that lives in snowy places. My mom's side of the family lives up in Canada, and my dad's sister's family lives over in South Lake Tahoe. Both places are hardcore snow areas. I'll talk about Canada.
Got you. Huh? Oh God. Oh, thank God. She really was keeping the dragon down, wasn't she? Oh boy.